Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my Bookish world. I'm Alex and today I'm going to be bringing you my June wrap-up. So, I read 6 books in the month of June, which I'm honestly kind of proud of. And most of them were like 4 to 5 star reads. I think I only had 1 3-star. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first book that I read was Wayward Son. This is the sequel to Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I ended up giving this one 4 stars. I actually liked it a lot better, a lot more than my reread of Carry On. I think it was just very interesting, and I liked how it dealt with the trauma that happened in the first book and the relationships. So I'm interested to read the 3rd book in this series. But yeah, if you don't know what this is Carry On is basically kind of the story, the fan fiction that Kath is writing in the book Fangirl. And so it follows, it's like kind of like a Harry Potter ripoff, but a little bit better because we have much more diverse characters, as well as we actually deal with the trauma that the chosen one, Simon, has to deal with. And yeah, Simon Snow is just the worst chosen one. It's about him and coming to terms with that to save his magical world. I would recommend this, but also I would also recommend you guys read other queer authors instead of Rainbow Rowell, who I believe is a white cis woman. So yeah. And then I read Beautiful Bastard by Christina Lauren. I read this as an ebook from my library and I ended up giving it 3 stars. This is full-on smut slash, yeah, it's just smut. I was not expecting it, but basically Beautiful Bastard follows this girl named Chloe, I believe, and she is an assistant to this man who works at this big company, and he's a jerk, and that's his nickname, Beautiful Bastard. But they start a sexual relationship that eventually goes into more. And when I say start a sexual relationship, I mean like within the first chapter. I was not expecting it. I am grateful for this book though, because it did have a little bit of a plot, and we did see the man change from being this horrible boss to a little bit more caring of a person, which I thought was really cool. The next book I read was I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. I also got this as a physical book from my library. This book follows Ben, who has just come out to their family as non-binary when their mom and dad kicks them out. So they have to get in contact with their older sister, who they have not talked to in a few years, and they end up living with their sister, starting at a new school, and making new friendships. I really recommend it. It's not always super light and fluffy. It also deals with the trauma that Ben has from their parents not accepting them, but I still would say that there are some light and fluffy moments, and it is a really hopeful book. And Mason Deaver is a non-binary person, so the book is own voices. So yeah. And then the next book that I read was Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the 4th Taylor Jenkins Reid novel that I've read. And I gotta say, this one has not been my favorite. I did end up giving it 5 stars. By the way, I gave I Wish You All the Best 5 stars. Yeah. So I did give this one 5 stars, but it definitely was not my favorite. Basically, this follows a girl named Hannah who is 29 years old and has no idea what she wants to do with her life. So she ends up moving back to Los Angeles. And one night she has to make this decision whether or not to stay out a little bit later or go home with her friend. And from there we get 2 different timelines where she makes the decision to go home with her friend and where she makes the decision to stay out. And we see what would have happened in each of those timelines. And yeah, it's a really interesting story. I don't think it was my favorite just because I think I wanted one of those timelines to be the one that happened, when in reality it was just like, yeah, this could have happened maybe in another life. This could have happened maybe in another life, but in reality, I just wanted to know the one that happened. I don't know if that makes sense. But I still really enjoyed it. Taylor Jenkins Reid is a great author, and I truly recommend her work. And then I read Rage and Ruin by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This was just released in June, so I'm very proud of myself for getting to it. This is the sequel to the first book, Storm and Fury, which is a spin-off off of the Dark Element series by the same author. This is the Harbinger series. Third book is coming out next year. It's called Grace and Glory, and I am very excited. Basically, this follows Trinity, who has a special power. She's half angel, half human, so she's considered a true-born, and she's the last one of her kind. But then something starts killing the humans, or not the humans, the wardens and the demons. It's not discriminating against anybody, and so she is the only one that can stop it. But there is also a little bit of a forbidden romance, and yeah, I just really recommend it because this book gave me all the feels. I don't think you have to read the Dark Element series first, because they do come in with some explanation. I do think it would be beneficial, plus the Dark Element series is very great. This book also has representation. The main character has, crap, I can't remember what it's called, but I will put it down below. She has something, a disease that has to do with her eyes and her eyesight, and the author, it is own voices because the author also has that. I will put it below because I cannot remember what it's called. Big words are not my thing. And then the last book, by the way, I gave Rage and Ruin 5 stars, if you didn't recognize. And then the last book that I have here that I read in the month of June is The AntiVirginity Pact by Katie Wismer. This is Katie Wismer's first her debut novel. She has come out with other work. She came out with a poetry book a few years ago. But Katie Wismer is also Kate's book date here on BookTube, and so I followed her for a while, and when I heard that she was coming out with this, I decided to pre-order it, and I'm glad I did. Basically, this follows a preacher's daughter that makes a pact with her best friend to lose their virginity by the end of their senior year. And she also just happens to be an atheist. But then the pact gets out and there are a lot of repercussions. Now, I will say, I think the synopsis is a little misleading because it really does not focus on the pact getting out. It really focuses on her and her feelings towards herself, about being an atheist in a very devout Christian family. But I still really think it's worth the read. There are a few trigger warnings, which are luckily right at the front of the book. It contains sensitive material relating to bullying, religion, sexual assault, animal abuse, substance abuse, anxiety, homophobia, and trauma. So please think about that before going into it, but I would recommend it. I ended up giving this book a 4 stars. I think it was very eye-opening. The only thing is that the synopsis was a little misleading, so I don't think that made me want to give it 5 stars. Plus, I think there could have been a lot more character development, and just more meat to the story. But other than that, I thought this was a wonderful debut novel, and I would really recommend it, and I will definitely be watching out for Katie's new works in the future. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow all my social media down below. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. And I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to click on the link in the bio in my description box. That will help with the Black Lives Matter movement. Also, I have my book Sloth account down there, so you can follow me there too if you would like. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye!